I haven't made a video for a while, but I thought it'd be a good time as any to start. Now, the Mueller investigation has completed. The report is out. So far, what I've heard is that there was no collusion. Now, I don't know what the Democrats are looking for, and quite frankly, I do not care. But 4 more investigations? What are you looking for? Looking for that smoking gun? The man has been doing this since the 1980s. He knows his game. He knows it better than anyone. He knows how to play it. And if he did do anything illegal, and I don't know if he has or not, the one thing you should know, you're not going to connect it to him. If that was the case, then why didn't they do it when he was a real estate mogul? I mean, how many times have I heard where people they do all the work and everything, and he finds 1 or 2 little things. Then all of a sudden it's, oh, I'm not going to pay. And then they have to go to court. He eventually settles and there's no problem. You have to understand, you're dealing with a man that is far more cunning, far more conniving than any person. He is the President of the United States. This 2019, the 2016 election is done and over with. That's it. Focus on 2020. That's what Steve Buttigieg is focused on. And to Rush Limbaugh and others who are focused on Pete Buttigieg, sorry, I've been calling him Steve Buttigieg. Pete Buttigieg, the mayor of South Bend who threw his hat in the ring for president for the Democrats. If you're going to focus only on his sexuality and not going to focus on the work he has done, this man, he knows 7 languages. When he was mayor of South Bend and they had to call people up to fight, he could have easily had said, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to use, I don't know if it's executive privilege. But the man, he went. He fought. He's done a lot of good work here. These turnabouts that they have here, that's a big mistake myself, but hey, that's just me. Business has been increasing here. People are working more than ever before. One thing you should know, and probably you're going to hear some media outlets say, well, when he announced that, there were a lot of homeless. I was on the streets when that happened. On that Friday, the homeless population suddenly increased. It doubled. But when I looked a little closer at the vehicles, they were from states like Florida and California. Now, I don't know, but would they come all the way here just to make Pete Buttigieg bad? Well, the election season has started. My question to you is this. Why are we fighting against each other? Why don't we just unite? If you don't like the way the country is run, show your point of view. And Rush Limbaugh, why don't you come down here to South Bend, Indiana? Why don't you see firsthand what's going on? Don't just send, I'm going to send one of my little peons. No, you personally come here and you talk to people, especially the people on the streets. I'll guarantee you, when you finally get done, you'll see South Bend, or at least the South Bend we know. Now, does it have to improve? Of course. But hey, we got a Chicago Cubs affiliate, the South Bend Cubs. Yay, go Cubbies. And I'll just say this. For those that have been coming after me, Well, things are changing. Now, number one, I'm going to come out right now. Jamie Sparks Johnson, I don't know. I've never met her in person. I don't know where she lives. Okay? So could you please back off of her? I'm tired of it. And anyone else that knows me, I only know them through Facebook, which I am no longer on. And I'm glad. Got a bunch of little babies there. Little bitches that have nothing, like Miko Hayes, who has nothing better to do than to go after people simply because he doesn't have the balls to do actual fact checking. He just takes information and he runs with it. Well, look at people that that's happened to. Do your research on those that have gotten fired because they've lied. No fact checking. Pete Buttigieg, do your facts. Check them. Donald Trump, if you actually think that he's done something illegal, then this is what you do. You look. You find the people that no one else has seen, who has spoken to. Dig. But I'll tell you right now, you're not going to find anything. Because he is too good. I'll give you more information on South Bend if you want. Is it a flourishing community? It's starting to get that way. It's going to take time. But he got a lot done in his 8 years. Now, whoever takes over, may they continue their work. Yes, Pete Buttigieg is a Democrat. But he's a Democrat that served in wartime. President Trump, what have you done? He does community service. He would walk the streets of South Bend. He'd go to this place called CJ's. People would see him on the streets and they'd be able to shake his hand, be able to talk to him. And he found time for his people. He didn't sit up in an ivory tower. He didn't say, "Oh, get back! Get back! Be gone, peasant!" No. He actually took the time, and he always takes the time for his people. Now that he's announced his candidacy for president, going to have to get past Secret Service. But you know something? At least a man is human. When he announced his book in South Bend, it was right at the South Bend Public Library, the main library. You want a president that actually cares about the people? Find a candidate that does just that. Will meet with the people.